Say what? Ain't no power like the power MPT. How you spell murderer? MPT. How you spell killer? MPT. Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name! Say her name! Say her name! Say his name! Say his name! Say her name! Say her name! Say his name! Say his fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police.
Revolution! Oh, cash in.
Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police.
Oh. What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it,
Shut down!
If we don't get it,
power, fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police. We the people, fight the power, fuck the police.
Fight the police! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Abolition! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Abolition! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Abolition! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police! Abolition!
Free the people. Fight the power.
Fuck the police! Revolution! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Fight the power, fuck the police!
I'm pretty sure
Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Revolution! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Fight the power, fuck the police! Free the people! Fight the power, fuck the police! Fight the power, fuck the police! Fight the power, fuck the police!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police! 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 Fight the power, fuck the police!
Free the people.
Fight the power, fuck the police! Fight the power, fuck the police! Fight the power, fuck the police! Fight the power, fuck the police!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice! Now! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! And if we don't get it,
Well, hold on.
hold up! Oh my God!
Still waiting for some people. Nobody gets nabbed.
I'm dead.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When we don't get it?
Shut it down.
When we don't get it?
Shut it down.
When we don't black people don't get in.
Shut it down.
When black people don't get in.
Shut it down.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When we don't get it?
Shut it down.
When we don't get it?
Shut it down.
When we don't get it?
Shut it down.
When black people don't get it?
Shut it down.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
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 Say his name.
George Floyd.
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 Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
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 Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Who they killed? Who they killed? Who they murdered? Who they murdered? Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name. Taylor. Say it louder. Taylor. Say it louder. Say it louder. Who they took? Who they took? Who they murdered? Who they murdered? Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Who they murdered? Who they murdered? Who they took? Who they took? Say his name. 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 Who they murdered? Who they murdered? Who they murdered? Who they murdered? Who they took? Who they took? Who they took? Say his name. Say his name. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say his name. What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it?
Switching batteries. Switching batteries. Stand by, don't go anywhere. So long, switching batteries.
If you guys are seeing a black screen, you got to back out of the video and go back into it to get it to light up. I don't know what's going on. Everything's okay on my end. But there's something going on with YouTube and they're streaming right now. So, yeah, if you're seeing a black screen, back out, get back into it, and you should be able to see the video.
That gentrifies black and brown communities. 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 That invests on calling the police. That invests on calling on the police. That invests on calling on the police. On black and brown people. On black and brown people. Why the fuck are we here? Why the fuck are we here? Because institutions like these. Yes, I call it an institution. Yes, I call it an institution. That maligns themselves maligns itself in racism. Maligns itself in racism. And participate on calling on police. Participating in calling on police. Particularly homeless black youth. Particularly homeless black youth. Homeless black men. Homeless black men. Homeless black women. Homeless black women. Who just need something to eat. Who just need something to eat. They fucking call police. They fucking call police. We don't need businesses like this. Shutting down black businesses. Replacing institutions. Like Whole Foods. So if we're gonna defund. We need to shut down all businesses. That invest. And align. Themselves with the police. And ICE. So we're gonna go that way. What do we want? have no idea who it is? Y'all are watching the budget?
Yeah.
Right? The fucker lives right there. That house. Allen.
Charles Allen.
Charles Allen! Charles Allen!
Wake the fuck up.
We're the fuck up, we're back again. Round 2, defund the police.
See you again.
Hello! Oh, you open your door and you close it. Yes! What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? Hi again, we saw you yesterday, we're back again. Sorry for the inconvenience, but you have a piece of shit that lives right here. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? What do we want? Justice! What do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When we don't get it? Shut down! When we don't get it? Shut down! When we don't get it? Shut it down! When black women don't get it? Shut it down! When black women don't get it? Shut it down! When black women don't get it? Shut it down! Yeah. Woo! Surprise, surprise! We are in Allen's house, who only wants to take out 2% of the fucking MPD budget. What did we say? Did we not say abolition? Yes. Is 2% of the budget abolition? No. Is 2% abolition? No. 2% is abolition? No. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? When black people don't get it? Yes. See, this is what happened, Alan, when you move into black communities and play games with black people and brown people. 2% is not abolition. Is it 2% abolition? No. 2% abolition? No. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do we want? Justice. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? He's not sleeping if he's not gonna fix this fucking problem.
Hell no.
Welcome, surprise, surprise, we're here. So we're gonna give some space for people who want to share their thought as to why abolition and removing the police is important for black and brown people. Here you go. This is your mic.
Take the mic. I would wipe it first. Then... Somebody take it. Yes! Whoa!
Hello guys, my name's Cece. Okay, so the biggest reason,
So how you doing, Queen?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired, but you know, it be what it be. Okay, so the biggest reason for me why it's really important to like abolish the police is because this system was never for us. This system is the same system that we're taught in history. It's terrible. It's just we gave it a new name, we gave it a new uniform, and we suddenly praise it for some reason. And the worst thing about the police is that they'll say that they're here to protect and serve, but they only protect and serve the wealthy, the white, those who have power. They protect the power. They don't protect the people. They don't serve the people. They only control and patrol us. I've seen it for myself in my own school, how they react to white people versus black kids. For the white kids, they're very respectful. They're like, how's your day? Make sure you have a good day. The black kids, the stink eye. Make sure you're behaving. I'm watching you. I know where you live. I know your parents. So the police, they're really harmful for us. Imagine going to school and that's what you get every day. And they expect you to behave while already giving you the suspect mentality. And they think that this is a productive system for us. They say, why don't you just pay attention to school? Why don't you care in school when school does not care about us? So abolishing the police is the biggest step. It helps with everything. It helps with medical expenses because, oh, hello, good boy, good dog. Because the amount of times that people are suffering from medical issues, even white people are affected by this. Poor white people are affected by this too. So you guys should be listening too. They come in, they don't know how to solve these issues. They are not trained for this. They're trained for situations that they're always called, that they're not there for. Like, why are we calling them for a mental health issue? Why are we calling them when a person's having a seizure? A family called on their daughter who was having a violent seizure because she has seizures in her past history. And they came in, threw her off a balcony, and labeled it as a suicide. This is not just an American issue either. This is happening everywhere. This is a thing that has been affecting millions of people for histories. And we're still here defending them. They expect us to trust them when they don't trust us. Why are there people defending the police murdering us with guns with their backs turned to them? How are we a threat with our backs turned to you? You're not there to protect and serve. You're there to control and patrol. There are people who are suffering every day, and the only solution is to call the police. How are we going to be in poverty and pull ourselves up with the bootstraps when we're homeless and they arrest us for that? We're addicted to drugs that was funneled in our community to get us addicted to, then criminalized. How are we supposed to pull our bootstraps up from that? We have addiction. Like when there's white people, it's a epidemic, it's an issue. When it's us, it's criminal, it's our fault. They find every reason in the book to blame us. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? They come from every angle. The schools, the hospitals. Black women are more likely to die giving birth than any other race. It's insane. We were tested on in the medical field, and they do not give us any credit. Gynecology was tested on women. We know that ugly metal thing they put inside us when they test for anything going on with inside the vagina. We know it, we hate it. Imagine being the first person to have that done to you without your consent. They didn't know what it was. It got better. It's not good, but it got better through testing on black women like we're animals, as if we do not matter. And then they don't give us the damn when we're in the hospital rooms. There are black women giving birth, and they say, I'm in pain, please help. And they just say, oh, tough it out. They don't give us the medicine to help us with these births. That contributes to the maternity deaths in the hospitals where we give birth. They defertilize and fertilize us. There was times when they will just sweep up poor black women, take them to the hospital, and then fertilize them. These are things that are covered up. Matter of fact, we were the leaders in eugenics. We always talk about the Nazis in Germany with the Holocaust and eugenics. They were following us to what we were doing to black and indigenous women. What do you think happened to those missing black and indigenous women in this country? What do you think they do to them? And then let's talk about the prison system, the system that they want to put us in. We are funneled it from the school, from poverty. Every track leads to the prison system. And we are the most exonerated race. Everyone wants to say 1350, 1350 this, 1350 that. They don't think about the over-policing in our community. They don't think about how they do not give us resources to get out of crime, to get out of gangs, to get out of poverty. But they want to throw us in there for everything. Weed is still a felony in many places. That means someone will have weed and lose their right to vote, lose economic opportunities of jobs, simply because of weed. And there's places where weed is legalized, and there's still black people in the prisons for the same exact crime that people are now walking free for. How do we commit the same amount of crime, but we make up most of the prison population? And then there's also these big companies like Walmart like Starbucks, like Nintendo, that profit off of the private prison system, the system that we primarily take over. 13th Amendment, we say that abolished slavery, it did not. It just made it a crime. And now guess who wants to paint us as criminals? So we're off the fields now, but we're in the cells. We're forced to, everyone who is capable of working in prisons are made to do work. Cheap labor that they expect us to get out of the prison system with. They say, we'll pay you, but we only pay you a couple cents.
Slave labor.
The slavery is not gone. They want to teach you in school that the 13th Amendment abolished slavery. That is not true. They just gave it a new face. They gave it a new face, a new name, and they want to say, oh, if you're in here, it's your fault. It's your fault, it's your choice. I used to think that felonies were the worst of the worst. No, the minor things, like why on a plant are you losing your right as an American citizen? Are you painted as this monster in society? It doesn't make sense. Like this, all systems are against us. When we say abolish the police, we're talking about take the system away that's trying to hurt us and actually protect and serve the communities. Put into medical research that actually teaches, hey, how can we help Black women? How can we help Indigenous women? There's so much trauma that's put into our bodies, into our mind, generational trauma that we go through today, and we don't know how to solve it. Why are we still going through the issues that were here years ago, centuries ago? We're too concerned about spraying peaceful protesters with tear gas and pepper spray than helping people get the proper PPE to handle coronavirus. Why are we quicker to utilize the National Guard, the FBI, the police, rather than we are to get people to help with an epidemic, a pandemic? Why are we still going through this? There are other countries that are recovering. But no, we had to fight two pandemics. We had to fight racism and the coronavirus. We're getting attacked from all different angles. So when we say abolish the police, we mean abolish the police, not 2%. We mean abolish the police. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Any black or brown, queer, trans, non-binary, cis folks want to speak, this place hopes that he's listening, because clearly he's nothing home. So, that's your mic. And if you have any water, maybe share it to other people. And if you're tired, you can sit. Yeah, maybe here, go back. Anybody want to speak?
I know somebody got something to say to him.
Yay!
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Mar, I'm Black, and I'm trans, non-binary. And one thing I wanted to say was crime is not random. Crime is not something that's just existent in the state, and they tried to say that to justify their existence here. But crime is just a manifestation of a lack of love, a lack of putting money into our community and time into our communities. It's a manifestation of a cycle of violence that's due to colonialism and American capitalism. That's all it is. That's all I have to say.
Anybody else want to share the thoughts why we need to uproot the police? Mr. Mike. I just want to clarify where his house is. It's this beautiful one in the front of the house. Abolished the police. It said police free school now. That's not. Does anybody know what's going on in the budget? Right? Does anybody want to? Does anybody know? Anybody want to give an update? There's a proposal that he proposed about reducing the budget of MPD. Does anybody know what that number is? 15 million, right? It's not even, like, it's barely 2%. Right? Another one is that there's a, what was the other thing that he proposed when it comes to the police chief? Y'all know? Huh?
4-year term.
You want to elaborate on that?
That he has to get he has to get voted on every 4 years. The 4 years.
Do you think that's good?
I think he should be out now, but it's better. I guess it's better than it is now. But I think also the 15 million cut is just to the addition, right? Yeah, so it's not even to the budget that's current. So it's actually still a $3.5 million raise.
There you go. There you go.
So fuck that guy, basically.
Right. So, all right. Do you think that stopped the killing of, like, black and brown people in Anacostia?
Hell no.
Do you think that's police accountability? No. Right? So, like, we've been fucked around by politicians so many times. This is the reason why I don't really say, like, fuck Trump, because it didn't matter who the fucking politician in the office. Black people were dying even when Obama was in office. Mm-hmm. Black people were dying when Bush was in office. We're talking about an institution that has built itself on putting targets on black and brown people, right? The reason why we're here today is because many of us, once we end this action, many of us, I hope, that we get to go home safe. But that's not the case for a lot of black and brown people. Some of us are able to be activists. Some people are coming here because their lives are in danger, right? I don't think black and brown people, and I always say this, don't have to be politically charged or be politically inclined. Just hustling and surviving in this fucked up racist ass system. And where politicians can play bureaucracy on black and brown lives, to me it's not okay, right? So, like, how do we change it, right? How do we move forward, right? Because we don't have time to risk on another Ayana Jones, right? We can't afford another Sandra Bland, right? We can't have another Trayvon Martin. We can't have another, I don't know if y'all know Nicholas Hayward Sr. He lost his son in the 90s, fighting for justice. And in New York, he was reduced down, his son's name, into a basketball court in projects. Never gotten justice, right? We have fucking the killer of Trayvon running around, right? So, like, while we can talk about abolition should be an action. Abolition is not about being kind or being PC or being liked. This is about uprooting people who are problematic in the system. In fact, we can even uproot the system that tries to give them space, right? Because even though if we knock the fuck down a percentage of the budget, there's always a corporation that's willing to invest on that motherfucking thing. Right? 2% does not remove police out of schools. 2% does not stop and frisk. Right? 2% does not stop ICE. Right? 2% does not resolve, like, the murder of black people who are just hustling every day. Right? Like, think we need to get to a point that we need to take abolition seriously. I always said, like, defund is an action, abolition is an attitude, and we should not compromise. 2% is really not what we're asking for, right?
No, not.
Right? 2% is not. What do you want?
100%.
100% of what? Abolition, right? We want abolition. And when we said abolition, it's what?
Abolition.
Right. It's what? Say it again.
Abolition.
Say it again.
Abolition.
Why? Why do we need abolition? Because we cannot afford any more police. There is no such thing as good police. Don't matter if it's a rainbow pig, don't matter if it's a brown pig, don't matter if it's like a fucking pig who just thinks that he's cute on Instagram. At the end of the day, it's an institution that is literally taught to target black and brown people, right? Taught and built and facilitated and financed to murder black and brown people. They even fucking know their own people get targeted when they took out their uniform as black officers and brown officers, but they play too much games, right? So they even don't know that they're endangered, even though in the end of the day, no fucks with them. But what's important is that how do we move forward when we're talking about abolition, right? Because many of us here today get to go home and do your laundry and walk home in peace. But many black and brown people in here, particularly queer, trans, non-binary, particularly doing sex work, will not, there's no guarantee that they might be standing here tomorrow. That's something within your conscience. Like, this is not a joke. It's not a game. Right? It's not a joke. It's not a game, because at the end of the day, we should not be building movements where another black woman is dying. We should not be building movements where another black man is murdered. We're supposed to be mediating harm, not escalating harm, where nonprofits benefit on trying to escalate death of black and brown people and reduce it down to a body, reduce it down to a statistic, and we're building a movement. But at the end of the day, if every black and brown people are murdered by the police, who are we fighting? Who's remaining to stand? Right? So I feel like white people here, y'all have to be very much more adamant about what position you are standing. Right? Because if it's all about family and it's about community, what I want to ask you is, could you live and know at night that you walk out of this space knowing that black and brown people in this space might not be here tomorrow or next year? Because you don't know when the police fires the shot and what reason. So for me, movement is about understanding that we matter. That's why we said all lives will matter. When?
Black lives matter.
Right? It's not just a statement. It's literally a form of people needing to be taken seriously and survive. So we're fucking here. We'll be coming back here again because the budget is done by Tuesday, right? We're gonna find out the result, I guess, on Tuesday. So we'll be fucking here again, and again. What do y'all want?
Justice!
What do you want?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do we want it? When we don't get it?
Shut it down!
When we don't get it?
Shut it down!
Don't get it.
Shut it down!
Black people don't get it.
Shut it down!
Thank you very much.
Can you share a little bit more about They Them Collective and the work that you do and how we can continue to support, because this was excellent.
They Them Collective is an anarcho-abolitionist space. It's a collective house. We do a lot of work around police accountability, prison abolition work, and also bailing out black and brown, queer, trans folks in prison, or even just doing court support, right? Because we understand that, like, this is our motto, is nobody should be left behind in jails, right? Like, so also we do a lot of mutual aid projects. Like on Fridays, we feed queer and trans non-binary folks who are dealing with COVID. If y'all want to help, it's great. If y'all want to do court support, it's great too. Our court support is not just for protests, it's actually people who are coming out of jails, because they get stopped so many times in DC. Right? Believe it or not, if you go to fucking Anacostia, not only it's a food desert, it's also fucking police central. It's fucked up. That like spaces like, I don't know, Columbia Heights don't get as much police presence, but when you go to fucking Anacostia, it's police, 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 police. Right? So I feel like if y'all want to support the work, we have a house, right? We have work to do, right? But also we encourage people because as anarchists, not the white anarchists. Ooh. We don't believe on colonial, capitalist, white anarchist principle because we have to remember that black and brown people has been fighting the shit since day one. Since 1492. Black and brown and indigenous people have been fighting side by side to take down the system. Right? But if it's Ramona, Africa, right? The move, I don't know, y'all know what move is? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Mumia. Right? We're talking about the Black Panther movement. Right? We're talking about the Zapatistas. We're talking about indigenous people unnamed holding their land. Right? Paying respects to Taino people and black people that join forces with Taino people fighting against colonization. Right? And to this day, people in Standing Rock, warriors that fucking shut down those fucking pipelines. Same fucking police that shut them down when they're trying to, protect the land. Are the same motherfuckers that comes down to black and brown community trying to harass them every single day. Because you know what they tell us as black and brown people? Our value is a commodity. They want us to be pushing the fucking capitalist wheel. Right? We're the one that's supposed to be serving the system. We're the ones supposed to be cleaning the system. We're supposed to be the ones feeding the system. But every time we dissent and we say, fuck no, we end up in jail. Yeah. Right? If we said, we'd be like, oh, we're going to hustle in a non-9-to-5 way, black and brown people who are literally just hustling to survive are going to jail. Because we live in a fucking system that tells black men, right, hustling in the street is a crime. Well, motherfucker, Wall Street is a crime. Yeah. I don't see you arresting white people. I don't see you arresting these motherfuckers over here. So, right, so I believe, and this is our space, have always believed on black experience. Because black people and brown people and indigenous people have been fighting this thing. We don't need to be called abolitionists. We're abolitionists by heart. Right? So, like, we're here to support you. We might not be as loud as, like, nonprofits. But we're fucking here. Like, we're here to support black women. We're here to support black women behind prisons. We're here to support Vaughn. Vaughn's, I don't know y'all when you're Vaughn 17. Vaughn 17 are fucking black and brown prisoners who in Delaware, like literally rioted for better conditions in prison and are facing so much time in jail because they fought for something that they believed in, right? So even outside the space, black people are still fighting for their lives. In and out of this fucking prison. In and out of those fucking jails. So the work is never done. So I hope now when we go home that we don't kill the movement. Because when we kill the movement, then it's left for black and brown people to yet again face the situation. What we need to have an understanding for white people is that you get to come into the picture to party, but you never stay around to build the motherfucking thing, to organize the motherfucking thing. So we're asking you this time, don't be an ally, be an accomplice. Because, right? You're not an accomplice. You're a fucking ally and part of the machine. When we're having conversation about bureaucracy, about black lives, that's not okay. Because your lives should not be up for debate. We've been debating about the value of black and indigenous people since 1492. Fuck that bullshit. Right? And I'm as a Filipinx person who's part of the black diaspora, because there are black indigenous people in Philippines, properly believe. The reason why we have colorism in our country is because, and the way they treated indigenous black people in Philippines is because the way they treated black people. Even Ida B. Wells said, I do not support the occupation of Philippines because he understood that no person of color that is racialized by racialized by white supremacy, should be under the marginalization of white people, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like IWS wasn't even approved colonization. David McFadden, a black African American officer, was part during the revolutionary movement for Filipino American War, came to Philippines and saw the same fucking complexion as him and said, I cannot kill these fucking people. And joined the Filipino Revolution. So at the end of the day, the fight against white supremacy is not just domestic, it's fucking global.
That's right.
Right? Because it does not matter where black people go, when there is anti-blackness, there will be anti-blackness. No matter if they go from Philippines to South America to Canada, there's always going to be anti-blackness. And they're always going to be targeted by the police. So at the end of the day, the only people that are able to move about freely in this are those who are cataloged as part of the white experience. So white people have to really do the work. Right? White people have to come to terms that you are born into an enterprise that told you that you matter and everybody else is X out. So unless you change our motherfucking dynamics, we will be dying in the hands of the system that you're born into. Right? So what do we want? When we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When we don't get it? When we don't get it? We don't get it. Thank you. Whoa. Right? Just Black Lives Matter. There's no Justice, no Pride. There's so many black and brown indigenous-led organizations that has different political nuances from liberal all the way to abolition, right? All fighting against white supremacy. So we're just a dot into a movement. Everything else.
Alright guys, we're going to be wrapping this stream. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
And Christmas
Oh man. I'm gonna put you guys in my pocket so they don't know I'm recording. This is big, guys. This is huge. I don't know what the heck is going on though.
All right, mid-30s.
Fair. I'm forming theories together and to come to some sort of understanding of just a few of the theories. I wanted to see if the police were still blocking out the streets on Broadway. For the most part, they disbanded, except for one blocking on 6th and Broadway. Seems to be absolutely no police presence on Muhammad Ali.